feel? Dirty South, dirty, can y'all really feel? I got the East Coast feel, West Coast feel. Dirty South, dirty, can y'all really feel me? East Coast feel. Say what?
Hi guys, and welcome back. It's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Today, you guys, we are doing a review and a wear test of the new Fenty Hydrating Longwear Concealer. This is called We're Even Hydrating Concealer from Fenty Beauty. It just dropped a couple of days ago. I went to the store and I picked one up because I wanted to try it for you guys. So if you're interested in seeing my review and my first impressions along with a 6-hour wear test, I hope that you will keep watching. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome back. I'm Lydia Marie. Hi to my new subscribers. Y'all are showing out. I love it so much over here. And hi to those who are continually watching and have been watching for quite some time. I appreciate y'all coming back every single time. So let's go ahead and get into this review and wear test of the new Fenty Longwear Concealer. Full transparency, I did not even know that Fenty was coming out with a new concealer. I just happened to see this while I was browsing on the gram, obviously. So I got one. I ordered it on the Sephora app. And I was going to get it from Ulta and use my points, but Ulta did not have these in the store, not in my area anyway. So I went to Sephora. I ordered it on the Sephora app for pickup. And when I went into the store, I was able to look at all the shades myself, which was really, really helpful because the shade that I ordered on the app is not at all what I got. So I was really glad. So I just got my order and I exchanged it for this color. So we're going to dive right in. And then we're going to get into my first initial review. As you can see, I don't have anything on. I'm going to go ahead and start my face with the Fenty Eavesdrop. And we're just kind of build from there and see what this concealer is all about. So a few things about this concealer. It is called the We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. According to Fenty's website, it's supposed to be fade resistant, waterproof, transfer proof, crease resistant, brightening with skin loving ingredients. It's 0.30 ounces. 0.30 ounces, and it retails at $30, which is standard for a high-end concealer, especially for something from Fenty or Sephora. This is said to be buildable, medium coverage with a natural second skin finish, extreme longwear formula that resists creasing, fading, sweat, etc. It's supposed to be hydrating and brightens instantly and through 12 hours to continues to improve with consistent use. It is said to visibly improve dark circles, puffiness instantly, and through 12 hours continue to improve. So I guess it's supposed to look better as it goes on. We're going to try it. Like I said in the intro, I did have another shade in my cart. I was glad I was able to go to Sephora, so I ended up getting the shade 315W. This might not be the brightest shade for my under eye. It may be a little bit closer, but it has a lot more golden and peach undertone. Now that we have all the details out the way, this is what the packaging looks like. Very sleek. And it's kind of got like a square feature. It's not round. It has a hard plastic container. A smallish doe foot applicator. A little bit smaller than I normally like, but it does pick up quite a lot of product on here. And this is what the shade 315 looks like, 315W. Now they do come in 50 shades and they have a ton of undertones, lots and lots of neutrals. So if you are a neutral kind of gal, they do have a shade specifically for you. That's really something that Fenty does not miss out on. And that is what this shade 315W looks like. It has a lot of peach in it. So in the store, I'm only able to do so much because I really don't like messing around with the store applicators at all. And it wasn't a lot of clean sponges, but I just was kind of taking it on my hand to see how it's going to look. So we might as well get into it. Let's see how this looks on me. Full transparency, I do have a little bit of color correction on, but it's yellow. It's not peach to fully cover up my dark circles. And my dark circles are doing the most today. So I think it's a good time to try a concealer that says it's good for covering dark circles. This dried down on my arm pretty quickly. I'm surprised at that since it's supposed to be hydrating, but I'm going to take whatever is left and just tap it in because I'm not wasting a penny of my $30. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm going to take this And if this is not good for my under eye, it would be a great color for the rest of my face. But that looks pretty good for brightening. I'm going to start with that much. I'm going to take the Fenty concealer brush that I've had for quite some time. It's a little worn out. And I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes just to kind of see how that works, or what it does when it sits for a few seconds before I go in to blend it out. But it's a nice amount of coverage. I mean, a product on the applicator. So let's just see. All right, I'm going to start to blend this out and just kind of see how much I need. This is, again, supposed to be medium buildable. I'm not mad at the color as far as brightening goes. I think that's a good color. The other shade I had was 290. I'm just taking whatever's left, and then I'm going to keep patting that in. The other shade I had was 290W. And while the warm part was good, that undertone, the 290 was just way too pale. I'm so glad I didn't order it online only with that shade. If you can, go to the store and kind of test it out. But I'm not mad at this coverage, though, to be honest. What do we think so far? It's blending in really nicely. It has a nice little tackiness to it, but it doesn't feel nearly as drying as the original Pro Filter concealer. Like, that stuff dried down in 2 seconds. I'm not mad at this. You know what? I'm going to take a beauty blender on the other side and see how that blends out. With a beauty sponge. Just taking that here. I normally do not use a beauty sponge first with my concealer because I think it gets too much of the product. But still, I'm not mad at this brightness that I'm getting. And I don't even have on a lot. I could definitely do a little bit more. But I'm not mad at that. Am I tripping? Let's see. You see how it's kind of getting in there? Huh. I'm not mad at this. I think I can do a smidge more under each eye, but I do like the way it looks. That's a really good color for my under eye, and I want y'all to get close because you know I have fine lines, but I want you to see how it works. And with fine lines, when they say no creasing, it's not going to take away your fine lines. No creasing means it shouldn't settle into your fine lines. So if you see that, that means your concealer is creasing. No concealer is going to take away your fine lines. It's not. It's going to cover them well, and the concealer is not going to sink in, therefore highlighting your fine lines. You see what I'm saying? So when we say crease proof, that means it's not going to crease down into those fine lines. But I'm gonna put a little bit more out here to see how much more I can get it brighter. I want to make sure I'm adding it without, you know, dang, I'm not really mad at this. I'm not really mad at this, to be honest. Let me get up in here. Okay, all right. We're gonna see how, oh, I messed up. We're gonna see how this wears. You think I should do a wear test? I think I'm gonna do a wear test for at least 3 hours. I'm gonna try to do a wear test for about 3 hours. I have some other content to film for not for another brand, but using another brand's product. And I'm not mad at this though. Not mad at the color, but of course I'm about to blend this in. Don't even DM me talking about you didn't blend this. Girl, I know. I got it. Hold on. I like the concealer on its own. I haven't even set it yet with the setting powder at all, but I want you to see how this is looking and how it did brighten up my dark circles quite a lot. And it feels good. It doesn't feel heavy, even with me adding the extra layer. But I want y'all to get in here. I want you to see, how does that look to you all? I really like the color. It looks nice and natural, not too bright, just bright enough. I'm going to finish the rest of my face, including setting it and with a powder, and then I'm going to come back and then we're going to do a wear test. How about that? All right, the rest of my face is done. Let me get y'all in here. When I use the setting powder, and I use the Huda Beauty Peach Pie setting powder, I have another review coming on that. I just opened it, so I wanted to use like a nice finely milled powder. The concealer doesn't look terrible. It still looks brightening even with that setting powder, but I'm gonna wear it for a while because I can see my darkness peeking through again, and it feels like I may have to wear this concealer with the color corrector. It is currently 2:52 p.m. I'm going to come back in a few hours and see how long this wears. Now, keep in mind a few factors. I'm going to be wearing my glasses because I won't be able to see otherwise. Doing some stuff around the house. Nothing too major, so I can't speak on like the sweat proof aspects. I just want to see if the darkness in my eyes is going to peek through, how much more I might need to wear on a daily basis, or even if I just need to wear it with my normal peach color corrector. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to kind of figure it out. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, and it doesn't feel like I have on anything at all. So I'm not really mad at that, but let's just see how it works. I just did a basic face, threw some stuff on. Like I said, after this video, or kind of in the middle of this video, I was filming something else, so I had to do a face anyway. But we're going to do a true wear test of this Fenty concealer. Again, I have the shade 315. I'm going to come back in a few hours and just see what it's looking like, okay? All right, you guys, we are back. It's 7:55, so I wore this concealer for almost 6 hours. Not too bad for a wear test. Again, this is the Fenty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. These are my thoughts with my first impression of this concealer. Let me just zoom you in so you can see what it's looking like. It held up well as far as not feeling like cakey or sticky or anything like that. It still looks like, you know, I have concealer on, but as you can see, my dark circles are doing the most. So for me, with this concealer, this is not a concealer that I would wear for my heavy glam days. When I'm going to full out concealer, this is not the one I'm going to wear. It is truly medium coverage. I feel like you can kind of build it up, but I didn't want to put on so much concealer that it started to look cakey. Right now, it doesn't look cakey, and I still see that it does still have that brightness and a little bit of the coverage, but this is a medium coverage concealer. I feel like this would be a good concealer for those who are just kind of starting to lean back into makeup, or those who like to go more for the no makeup days, because like this is something I would just put on if I'm going to the store and I'm just dabbing it out. I don't want to see it. But for me, I'm going to do another wear test with my color corrector. I want to see how this plays up with me wearing my normal peach color corrector on the days that I have my super dark circles, which is something like today. So for me, I would rate this Fenty concealer good, not great. For me, I like something that is truly going to cover my dark circles. That is my biggest concern with my under eye. And this one did for a time, but it did not last me, you know, through the hours with my dark circles not peeking through. That is okay, you guys. I don't have to have a full glam every day. I'm not taking it back. I don't hate it. It's lightweight. It's got a nice little tackiness to it. The color is perfect. It doesn't need a lot to go on or anything like that. So those are the pluses for me. Again, if you are someone who just likes a medium coverage concealer, you just want something to throw on and things like that for your daily makeup, this will be just fine. This is not your high glam concealer. It's just not, and that's okay. Everything doesn't need to be full on coverage, but for me, who likes a full coverage under eye, or even if it's a medium coverage concealer like my Tower 28 concealer, that's a medium coverage, but it gives me the brightness and the coverage that I need, whereas this one doesn't quite meet the mark of that for me. And that's not a diss, that's just my honest opinion on the money that I spent for this product, and it's totally fine. You don't have to fall in love with every product. I don't anyway, and I love giving you guys my honest reviews. So that's my opinion on the Fenty. Like I said, I do want to try it again with my color correction under one eye and then color correction without, just just to see how it pairs and if it looks any better to me with color correction. Thanks again for tuning in, you guys, to my review of the new Fenty concealer, We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I hope that you have enjoyed this thorough review. I hope it was thorough enough for you and this wear test. Of course, I will have everything linked down below. Thank you guys so much for always supporting, clicking my links below. I truly appreciate your support of this channel. Until next time, I have something else coming up for you guys very soon. I'm excited about it. But until then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you back here real soon. Bye.